YouTube? You're watching Daily Dinkus. It is May 26th, which means it is Bob Day and Vampire Day. And I've developed this theory. I know on Buffy there was a vampire named Bob in one episode. And on Stranger Things there was apparently a vampire named Bob. And I know if I was a vampire in San Francisco, I would probably be named Bob. And I would probably have some kind of a cover business, like maybe a 24-hour donut shop. As it happens, there is in fact a 24-hour donut shop here called Bob's Donuts. So I've been doing some research online on how to detect a vampire. And I'm gonna head over there and I'm gonna see if Bob of Bob's Donuts is in fact a vampire. So I'm walking up Taylor Street from my hostel and I've been reviewing my notes about how to detect vampires. And they're things like, you know, they don't like garlic, they have cold skin, they're obsessed with the color red and blood, hence the red bow tie and the red vampire stamps on my head. Do you guys sell garlic? Yeah. Whereabouts? Next to the oranges. We need garlic, A, to test the vampire theory, and B, in case he is actually a vampire, we want some protection. That looks like garlic, right there. So I got the smallest bit of garlic I could find because it's really expensive. It's like several dollars a pound. So how much for this little piece?
5 cents.
5 cents? Yeah, I'm gonna get a little more because that's really cheap, and if he's a vampire, probably 5 cents worth of garlic is not gonna do enough. That looks good. That looks like vampire killer. So I've got my 25 cents worth of garlic and I'm feeling confident. You think I'm safe from vampires? No? You're safe, you got a whole lot of garlic over there. You're as safe as you can be in this town full of vampires. So I'm at the corner of, I don't know, Taylor and Bush, and there's what appears to be an alarm box. Probably it's here in case of tsunamis or earthquakes, but I'm thinking it would work equally well in the event of a vampire uprising. So I'm still heading north on Taylor. Got quite a hill ahead of me. But I'm enjoying the walk. There's a lot of nice buildings here, including this ivy-colored building. Look at the ironwork above the door. Isn't that amazing? The most amazing thing about this building, though, is what's in the window above. What is that? This town is strange, especially at night. So I'm still climbing this crazy hill on Taylor. It's several blocks long, and the last stretch is, I don't know, looks like a 30-degree grade. Look at that. And I'm developing a new theory about why San Francisco could be teeming with vampires. Not only are there a lot of homeless people, but these hills are so extreme that any vampire who's thirsty can probably just sit and wait for a tired tourist like me, exhausted from this climb, to pass out at the top of the hill. Honestly, at this point, if a vampire jumped out of that door and said, "Hey man, I just want a drink," I'd say, "Okay man, have at it. I don't have the energy to fight you. Just leave me a few drops." So I've made it to the top of this monster hill. And wow, there's Grace Cathedral. Isn't that magnificent? Of course, vampires don't like church as much, so I feel like I'm pretty safe in this neighborhood. Unfortunately, Bob's Donuts is quite a distance west of here, so Bob could definitely be a vampire. So I'm across the street from Grace Cathedral, and just behind me is a great park. And I just had a thought. It seems to me that I've read somewhere that garlic does not, in fact, work very well against vampires. But everybody knows you can drive a stake through their hearts. So maybe I could go in there and find something that I could use in the event of an emergency at Bob's Donuts to defend myself. Oh, but you know what? I remember something else. There's a woman in San Francisco who does a vampire tour, and according to her, wooden stakes don't work unless they're made of ash. They have to be from an ash tree, and I don't believe there are going to be ash trees in that part. So I'm back at the church, and I realize, as always, I didn't prepare very well for this outing. I should have brought a crucifix. So I just realized there's a fountain over here beside the church. So I am going to go and, I don't know, baptize myself with this, what must be kind of religious water. So there, I'm just splashing myself with it. And that should confer a little more protection against vampires, right? Can't hurt. Now I feel pretty good. I've got my 25 cents worth of garlic. I've got some semi-holy water splashed on me, and I'm gonna make a crucifix out of a couple of twigs, and I should be good to go. So what you're looking at is one of the trees in front of the church, and I'm just gonna break off a little branch. I know this is going to get me some nasty responses, but so I've got a little bit of the tree from in front of the church, and I'm going to use those little twigs to fashion a crucifix. So there is my little crucifix. I was trying to strip some stems from this bush and use a stem as a binder to bind the two pieces together, and it failed abysmally. So I don't really have any way of, keeping these two pieces in a cross-shaped form. What I think I'm gonna have to do is just bring these two pieces with me separately, and in the event of an emergency, I'll just have to form a cross with them and hope that that protects me from Bob. So we are actually in Nob Hill right now. There's the Nob Hill Laundry. Probably where Bob does his laundry, all the bloody clothes. Maybe it's just my imagination, but it seems to have gotten very cold, and I'm getting this vibe, like a vampire vibe. I really feel like there are vampires in this area. It's just, it's just kind of creepy. So we have almost arrived. Yeah, I think this is Vampire Central right here. And the noises coming from underground are interesting too. This is where the vampires supposedly reside, right down there. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, what is this? It looks like a homeless person has gone missing. Isn't that interesting? And is that blood? So we finally made it. That is it. That is Bob's Donuts. Let's go in and discover the blood-curdling truth about Bob. Today is Bob Day, celebrating people named Bob, and it's also Dracula Day, like Vampire Day.
That's so weird. I just watched Nosferatu today.
See, I have a theory that the Bobs in San Francisco are vampires. Is there a lot of vampire Bobs?
I can see that, yeah.
Is Bob here?
He is not. He is most likely dead, or, in some sort of
undead.
Yeah, in translation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, was he from San Francisco? Did he live here?
Yeah, I believe he was from here. Yeah. He opened this place in like 47.
So he's ancient.
Yeah, if he was alive
so
today,
he's in a crypt somewhere.
Yeah, he'd be like 100.
He is alive. Yeah, I'm sure he's alive. Okay, I'll grab one of those chocolate pastry, whatever they are. Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Do you think he was a vampire? Like, were there rumors?
He definitely did some violent shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Really? You serious?
Yeah.
Who would have talked to you about that? Like,
shit, man. The last person I know that actually talked to Bob passed away like a few years ago.
See, that's suspicious too, right?
Yeah.
today is Bob Day,
Okay.
celebrating people named Bob. It's also Dracula Day, like Vampire Day.
Okay.
I have a theory that a lot of vampires,
Her name Bob.
yes, and I suspect that Bob of Bob's Donuts is
a
or
vampire.
was a vampire.
Oh, that's why we sell our jelly donuts made out of raspberry. Every biteful is pretty delicious.
Yeah. So there's some secret ingredients, maybe.
Oh, it could be.
Right. So,
It's top secret from Bob's.
right. I understand that Bob has left this earthly, parted this earthly veil.
We like to think so.
So no one here really knew Bob. That's correct?
Yeah.
No one knew anyone in the extended family. He's a mystery.
Basically.
He's a mystery. Wow. What do you think of this theory? You guys are all vampires and you're just lying to me to cover up the sordid truth about Bob. Ah, that's a suspicious reaction.
I do not see my reflection.
Wow.
Right.
Oh my god. I'm out of here, dude. Shake my hand again. Because I think your skin was kind of cold to the touch, man.
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a little chilly. All right. He's chilly. He's attracted to the color red. He's got a red bicycle.
And I like dogs.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here, man.
have a great
Stay away from me. Happy Vampire Day. Bye, guys. That's it, guys. You're watching Daily Dinkus. Happy Vampire Day. Happy Bob Day. Till next time. Peace. So I'm in the hostel looking up a map for Bob's Donuts, and you can see it there. And right beside Bob's Donuts is the Antique Vibrator Museum. And I'm so disappointed because I waited until dusk because vampires don't come out during the day, but antique vibrator museums are closed at night. So I'm really bummed. I'm gonna peek in the window and see maybe I can see some antique vibrators. We're just looking at the hours for the Antique Vibrator Museum. I cannot say that enough times, but it's been closed for a couple hours now. Damn. I wonder if they'd open for a blogger. Maybe late night. Maybe the owner is a vampire, because honestly, antique vibrators and vampires definitely kind of go together.
Veronica?
Well, I love Bob's Donuts. That's so
You want to
funny.
say it? Oh, will you do it on YouTube? Will you say I love Bob's Donuts bit? You will?
Yeah,
You will? Okay, get ready.
Go ahead.
I love Bob Donuts.
Did you
That's
record
so
it?
funny. I did. It's been shooting. Yeah. So that was super cute. I didn't really want to ask them what they thought about Vampire Day. Give the little kid nightmares for years. But yeah, I bet strawberry isn't the most popular flavor. I think it's blood.